everybody. I don't normally get an opportunity to video while I'm in a vehicle, but today I got given the opportunity to have the camera running. So anyways, I've been doing some work on the Lone Pine mine, digging out a portal called the Huckleberry number 3 that's been collapsed for probably close to 100 years, maybe not quite that long. Got some good timbering done. Got around 200 loads dug out. You're gonna get to see lots of video of that. Working with a good friend of mine named Mark. But the opportunity I have that's allowing me to get some video here is I'm headed to a mine with some friends that I've just recently met, with an opportunity to do some mining for Mount Baker Mining and Metals. You can definitely get a chance to watch them on their channel on YouTube. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. You're getting to see some of the Washington country, the coastal country, and get some video and stuff while I'm up here. It should be a good time. Well, enjoy. Really hard to put into perspective without some video of just how amazing this is out here. Feel privileged and honored to get to be here with these guys, working with Jason and Harry on our mine for a couple months. Should say their mine.
Time we get up there, it'll stop raining, or we'll beat the rain. Be real. Don't whistle up the storm now. I don't know if there's any superstition with whistling in a mine, but at least on a ship you never whistle. Really? Yeah. It's bad luck to whistle on the ship. They say you whistle up a storm. Is anybody finished at all or parked in? I don't think so.
None that I'm aware of.
Yeah, back in the day, if they got like bad seas and bad weather in the ocean, if there was anybody that was Finn on the boat, they throw them overboard. So they considered Finn's bad luck.
After 2 feet, we'll drill 2 more holes, and we'll repeat that pattern all the way along this vein. We'll come back and we'll load it with explosives, and we'll time the explosives right to where the first row goes, and then about half a second later the second row goes, and we'll just blast all this gold vein out into a pile that we can come back and muck it with. This vein is running about 3/4 to 1 ounce a ton of gold. This vein is running about 3/4 to 1 ounce a ton of gold, so it's pretty rich. There's some spots where I can show you later where you can actually see the gold in the vein. And once we get this blasted out and start mucking into bags, stay tuned, because you guys have a chance to get some of this ore from Brent, and we're going to give away a few bags. So stay tuned until the end of the video and see how that goes.
And then you wanted to say, like, we're going to start with this, and then it would be B-roll from there, like talk about the jack light.
Yeah, sure. You got enough light?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I got
So this is the jack leg we're going to be used to. So this is the jack leg we're going to be using to drill this round out. This thing probably hasn't changed much in about 75 years. So this is kind of old technology, but it still works really well. We're going to get it set up with the air line and water line, and then we're going to get to drilling.
Cool.
All right. There's a lot going on underground right now. So we're trying to get everybody going on their designated jobs. We're all excited. It's the beginning of the season. We're making great progress. I'm really happy with how everything's going. And we're going to get this drill fired up, and we're going to drill our first stope round of the season. And I think it's going to do about 8 or 10 tons, if my calculations are correct. And I'm really excited to see what's 4 feet in here, because this vein, this exposure has been sitting here for about 100 years. This is where the old timers left off. And so, well, I'll start over, Brent. So this exposure has been sitting here for like 100 years. This is where the old timers left off back in 1924 when the mine closed. And so this is all uncharted territory after this. This mine has never been drilled, it's has barely been sampled. And so every round is a whole new adventure. And when we get back there, there's a couple of indicators here that show me that there might be some really good gold in this muck. And so once we get it blasted and washed down, we're going to pick through the muck pile looking for specimens with some nice gold and tellurium in it. And then also once we get to the back of the face, the new face, we can wash that down. And I'm hoping to see that little stringer of tellurides and gold that we've seen in the past. So it's going to be a good day.
One thing I'd like to point out is these are the last holes that they did back in the 20s. So there's a hole here, there's a hole there that you're going 1.5 inches. So we're picking up right where they left off. And I think that's pretty good.
2 hours into it, and we got all the drills. Jesus Christ. All right, so we're about 2 hours into it. We got all the holes drilled. And Jason, how you feeling after that?
Oh man, you know, it's the first round of the season. It's always fun getting back on the jackleg, but it really takes it out of you. It's heavy, it's loud, it's just a beast to handle. But we got all 16 holes drilled in 2 hours. I'm pretty impressed with that. We did pretty good. And now we get to clean them out, load them with explosives, and shoot them. So hopefully we got some gold back in there.
Let's go. All right, so we're 2 hours in. Cool.
Short delays here, these little white clips. I'm going to clip these in the order I want the round to go, right? So this is my number one I mentioned earlier. We're going to shoot this out, and that'll give room for this little bit heavier number two to go. So I just take the white clip, I clip it onto the shock tube of my number two. You want to make sure that the shock tube is pretty much right in the center of the white clip, because that's where the cap is. If it's, in theory, if it's way over one side or the other, it still should go, but I just like to have it right kind of nuts on in the center. I also like to push it right up to the face so I can see they're all clipped up, because if you clip them down here, you're like, oh, is that clipped up, is that clipped up? Just push them right to the face. Some people get all wound up and they like to take the shock tube and they'll zip tie it, or they'll try and shove it in the hole like this to clean up the face. I mean, if you know what you're doing and you pay attention, you should be fine. So I just leave them hanging. So you always, 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 I mean, it's not that important, but you should always have the one that you're clipping in your hand. So I clipped number one and number two. Now I'm going to take two number threes and clip these two together. Oh. Sometimes you can do them together.
Why not clip them closer to the end, well, near the white?
Just so I can walk along the face and I can see them.
Oh, okay.
If they're all down here, it's hard to tell which one's clipped into where and what. So I've clipped my number three in.
But that won't affect your timing?
It won't affect the timing, no.
Okay.
No. I don't know I could lie to you, but the stuff in this tube is like instantaneous. It shoots both ways like as fast as you can. I mean, there's hardly any delay. So if I, like you're saying, if I put it here, it would get to these a billionth of a second faster than there, but you never know.
Gotcha.
Video or picture?
Videoing.
Not one.
Not
Just that stall went.
all of our wall blew out. Every bit of it. Except for, I take it back. We got one stall there,
Yeah.
and over there we got one little wall. Mucking is gonna be a chore.
Wow, where all these bags come from? Yeah, they're about right. That one's heavy.
I'll get a couple heavy ones in there, but
That'll take care of it for you.
I'll take care of it, yeah. All right, so in the end, we got 176 bags at about 25 pounds a piece, so about 4,400 pounds or 2¼ tons. And Jason, this stuff's running about an ounce a ton, so we're about 2 ounces today.
Yeah, a little over 2 ounces. Current price is $3,400 an ounce, so that's, you made $6,800 today.
Woo! I didn't make anything, but mine owner made.
Whoever's running the
Yeah,
show,
whoever's running the show made that. So that is pretty cool. I appreciate you letting me down there. So all these bags, you got hundreds of them laying around. What do you do with these bags?
Yeah, so at the end of the season, So we put them in bags because it's easy to move the ore out and down the chute and out to the truck. At the end of the season, I'll mill up a bunch of the ore, get some gold. Last year we made some coins. I'm hoping to do that again this year. But also, people have been emailing me that they want to buy some of this ore, and I've been putting it on eBay. So if you're interested in some ore, check it out on eBay. But yeah, it's a really cool deal, and I appreciate you guys watching, and thanks, Brent, for coming out.
Of course, so yeah, there it is. 12 hours in a gold mine, 4,400 pounds of ore. Thank you, Perry. Beat that. We did it.
Cool.
Got Elliot back here, barring down on the last round they did in the drift. Or as we like to call it, making big rocks tiny rocks.
What do you think?
You're closer to it, you know better than I do. Now you're getting the idea.
Oh yeah. Check the mold real quick. All right. Probably good. That crack's been growing, so we have kind of a problem here. So it's a safety issue because the slab's relatively large, but also Jason was hoping to pick on that and get a video of it. So what's happening is we have a safety issue. Jason's not here to film getting this high grade thing. So we're gonna film it. We're gonna pick the pieces out that we have to.
Yep.
So that way we can have a safe passageway, and then we'll go to work. We'll go back to work. So I gotta pull that guy out, because I'd have to scale it anyways. So I'll have somebody competently film.
Keeps on film.
Yeah, we'll get 2 cameras on it. It's already recorded. I need one of you to stand right here. And what we'll do is, this is all loose right here.
Okay.
I'll get the other angle.
So, watch yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens with this one. I got a couple loose ones here, and we're just gonna take the minimum required. So, stay on your feet in case you gotta move. Problem is, I don't want this to shatter when it falls. Normally I would just hammer this out, but because there's gold on the top of it, yep, I think the deck span worked. That's awesome. It took like a week. All right.
Looks like a little one.
That'll stay.
that's good.
There, it's in that face. It's a lot better. It looks like rock again. Oh, not over here so much, but
I'm just happy I'm seeing some of the bottom of my holes.
yeah.
Some of these didn't go all the way.
But hey, Ampho sausages worked.
It did.
Ampho sausages, I like it.
As long as we don't find ones that didn't explode, we'll be happy.
Yeah. All right, we'll check back in a little bit after this is kind of mucked out. We'll see what it all looks like.
I'll see you at noon.
See you at noon. Hopefully there's vein back there too. Hopefully the vein goes right through.
There,
We got vein here where this is kind of the collar of your last holes, right?
no, it was actually right here.
Yeah, okay.
And then we had these two to try to pop out, and it looks like they didn't pop out.
Yeah, these were the last holes on the ribs that we had, and then, yeah, the face was there. So it looks like it broke all the way to back to your bottom of your holes. That one, not quite, but that one almost.
You can't blame the blaster for that one, right?
Who's the blaster? Me?
Yeah. You gotta blame the driller, not the blaster.
I don't know.
How'd the stemmer do?
Stemmer did great.
Hell yeah.
Well, if we find a rock with a stemming still in it, that'll be your trophy.
Cool. All right.
New tool here. I got a gentleman named Anthony who makes these. He welded it. He intended it for prospecting, but it works really good at scaling rock off of this. So I'm going to see how long I can get it to last. I can pry it out.
Looks like it works a lot better for that clay.
Yeah. All right. I like it. I'm tired. Need another one. Well. Okay. Tom? Turn the water off. Turn the water off.
How are your boots this morning, Pete?
Good.
Good?
Yep. Nice and dry.
Yeah, so if they're going to be in the rain and all that other shit, then we might not be able to move bags. And steel, like that's going to have to be a roll.
Some steel.
Yeah. Or wall from the waist shot. So, Elliot here is checking the back. He's got his partner there backing him up. Buddy system. I'm going to look at this door shut here in a second. That one's always been loose too.
Yeah. No looser than previously.
Right. Okay, playground is set up.
Here, let me.
Well, he's filming himself.
Yeah, Harry's filming me while I'm filming him, and Pete's filming me too. It's a whole filming party up here. They got all lit up. I'm gonna walk around the corner and see what we got. Wow. Well, that went. Our tarp worked. All the muck is. I mean, it's a little more spread out than I wanted, but it's all separate from the waste, right?
Yeah.
It's like the driller and blaster knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Maybe we could do it again.
First time ever. Boy, it looks really good. It looks like it's all quartz. I don't see, it's 95% vein from what I'm seeing here. We'll get it washed down and that'll tell us, but man, that looks good. Back up in there just a little bit.
Shotgun back here.
Just a little bit. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what the vein looks like. If it's rolling up, if it's pinching. The bottom 4 holes I did at first were in the waist. Yeah, I squared the face up pretty darn good. Oh, it's like we're real miners, Harry.
Don't tell anybody.
Fake it till you make it.
Make it till you make it.
That's what we're doing. Oh, look at this good lightning quartz in there, right there. Oh boy.
All right. I need to get another saw.
I know. Saw slot in production. All right, let's scale our way in and we'll start bagging this up.
Let me get the water line for you, bud.
Man, that looks just about, I mean,
Good
I
eye in
little
this
more.
piece right here.
That's a good piece.
Let me get the hose for you. Okay. I'm gonna keep going, but you know how it goes.
Yep.
Our wall's still here.
Here's our tattletale at the end of the round, and that went. So that tells me the capstone went.
Yeah, you got the tattletale?
Yep, it's good.
Got some hollow plates under this edge here.
So this is the last remaining little spot of our nice slick that we had. We blew it all up. It was that really nice table, sloping table here. But on this slick, I have a theory I'm going to tell you about in just a second. But on this slick, in the past, I found some really, really good gold. And I think these gray streaks are actually tellurides that have been smeared in that fault slip zone. And they're all going this way. We saw that really nicely shown on the big slab. Here's another little section. The gray is tellurides. Surface, really scour that for gold, because that's where the highest grade stuff is, right in that slick. Let me move and I'll kind of explain more in detail what I'm talking about.
There we go.
Yep. Okay. Is it working?
Can you turn the brightness up on the phone?
All right. We're hot. Okay. So to expand on our slip theory, to be oriented, the slip in where we just lost it is over to my right, and the pocket where the really, really high grade stuff that's opening up is to my left. And those slicken sides are moving kind of at a 45 to my back. Not that any of that really matters for my explanation, but I just want to get you oriented. What I think is happening here is at the spot where we're blasting, there's a little dip, and then it's coming up. The vein is sloping up, and where the high grade is it's rolled up over a hump and it's sloping down just a little bit or even flattening off. And if you line up those slicks with the orientation of the movement and the roll of the vein, you get something that looks like this. Here's where we're working over here, and here's the pocket. And if you think of the top plate or the top piece of the slip as going this way, you're putting pressure on that slip here and closing down to a very small little slip like you saw there. And if there was gold and tellurides in there, it'd be kind of squished in that fault, in that slip. But as it rolls over this little hump here, and we get this big pocket opening up, see if I can do this right. It goes like this. And so it closes or keeps it closed here, and it opens a pocket right here on our vein where it starts to roll over. And that's where you start getting those really high grade telluride zones, is the orientation of the vein movement and the rolling of the vein allows for that last little gasp of high grade fluids to come through that slip. Where it's closed, it doesn't open up a big pocket, but where it opens up in that vein orientation, you get some really, really high grade goodies. And I think that's what's happening here, is you've rolled over that hump, the top is moving that way, and you've opened up this pocket right here that we see. So what I want to look for in the future is the slicks are going this way, and parallel with the slicks, anywhere you get the vein rolls over, you could have a pocket open up on the back side. But if the vein is moving up in orientation with those slicks, it's going to close and it might not be as high grade. There still could be a very small amount of high grade fluids in there that got through or solidified, but where that pocket opens on the back side as you roll over a hump, that's where we're going to be looking for those high grades. So in theory, if you started mining perpendicular and poking holes through perpendicular to those slicken sides, and you start finding where that vein is going to roll, that's where you're going to be looking for the high grade. And our hope is that Harry and I have been talking about this for 2 years. Is that pocket is a linear feature, right? And so it should continue perpendicular to the slicken sides. So if you can get on that pocket and mine straight along that pocket where it opens up, all along that strike length, you should be in the pocket the whole time. Explanation of how I think the pockets in this mine formed, and that's what I'm going to be looking for in the future.
You can see it fucking open up, and then imagine it's still there, and then it closes up. So you can see it. You can actually see it now.
Okay.
Stand here looking at it.
Let me do that.
Alright, we're good.
And so this is the perfect example. The pocket, this is the slit right here. There's some tellurides right along that slit. So you can see the pocket open up right here. And we last year we blasted right through it. But it opened up right through here. And on the other side, it came across the drift and it's right here again. And it's starting to pinch on this side. And we've come up and we've rolled over a little hump right here. The vein came up like this and rolled over, and you opened up this pocket right here, and it's pinched down through it. So, Harry, we just need to find more of this stuff. This is where we need to mine.
Let's get on it.
Go find more pockets.
Yeah, you can see the end of the pocket right there where my finger is.
Right here.
Yeah, actually, Jason, yep, keep walking forward. Walk forward, yeah, wing it, keep going. Keep coming to me all the way out. Right there, where your left hand is, that's the end of it. And right across here, bam, that's where the pocket was.
Right, roll in, right here.
And we shot that all over the floor.
Very good. That's good gold in it.
Yeah,
That's one thing.
yeah, that's the pocket.
So yeah, and if it's running, let's see, if the slits are running more or less this way, and so our pocket should be
Right.
perpendicular. So we need to start mining this way, and in 15 feet we'll hit it from both sides, and we'll leave this pillar in the middle. But I think our pocket's running right through here. Maybe more like this.
Yeah.
Something like this orientation. So I think it opens up right here again. But find that pocket, follow it.
I don't think I've met anybody that started their first round on the pocket and didn't know it.
Sometimes people are just lucky.
Alright, excellent.
There's a bunch of telluride. I'm looking for gold. It's hard because right along that slip, it's all oxidized.
Yeah.
But this slip could be just absolutely loaded with little bits of gold.
Maybe we take a piece back and put it in dilute sulfuric. It'll eat all that iron up.
Yeah.
And if there's any shiny, it'll show. Little chemistry. Or we can just put it in the bags.
Or just put it in the bag.
Put it in the bags.
Someone will get a good bag here. We've been hand pulling a bunch of goods. Where's that bag? Right here.
Yeah.
Here, there's another piece. Big tellurium piece on there. Put in there. There's a good bag for somebody. Yeah, it's all down along here.
Oh yeah.
More tellurium. In the bag! That's a high-grade bag. Wow, look at this piece of tellurium. It's just, yeah. All right along that slip.
Yeah, we learned something new today. Harry shanked his first steel and Jason found gold in the slip.
Somebody's getting.
Here, get a different bag. We don't want to get
We gotta dilute it.
Yeah, you gotta dilute that.
Dilute the high grade. Can't have one person getting all the gold.
Oh, there's gold all over the floor right now.
Yeah, there's gold all over the place.
There's you guys another bag.
More bags. Put it in the bag. Yeah, that's where the gold is. Right along that slip. And when that slip.
Oh yeah, there's a piece right here.
Gold?
On the top. Where'd it go? Yeah, right there. A piece of gold right there. And this was sitting on the top of the slip.
Oh yeah, that's a nice piece.
I don't know if I'll put that in the bag.
Yeah, that's
I don't want to slab that. Wow, I didn't expect that.
I really want to find a piece. Maybe that's not a pillar over there, Harry.
Uh-oh. Klaus says 15 feet and 5 feet. 15 feet of scope, 5 feet of pillar. Don't break the rules.
Don't break the rules. Yeah, but there's gold in that pillar.
Well, you got this little hook here.
Did you get that gold, Harry?
What?
On camera?
I don't know how well it showed up. Let me try again. Look at that right there.
I don't know. Better with the.
Hello everyone, just want to do a quick video here. This is our transfer way. Got some bags here, the chute behind us. Just want you guys to check out a couple of YouTube channels. One of them's Mount Baker Mining and Metals LLC, MBMMLLC. You'll see some of what we're doing this year on that channel. Another channel to check out will be Mine Operators with Harry. And the other one is GhostTownLiving with Brent. Those three channels will have us throughout the year, or our season, working in this mine. So please check out those channels and enjoy the videos.
What you doing, Pete?
What am I doing? I'm making a video. What are you doing?
Standing up here looking pretty.
Aw, what nice guys.
I'm the guy that's working. You must be the other guy.
I'm the other guy, yep.
That really is a problem. I don't really care because I don't own this place.
There's like maybe a bag, maybe half a bag of this shit. Not gonna fucking worth it. I'm telling you it's worth it. It's not worth it today.
No, we fucking graced it.
Well, thank you everyone for joining in on the first part of the mining season with Mount Baker Mining and Metals. In this video, I listed 3 YouTube channels to check out, and later I realized that one of them I did not pronounce the name properly, and as you notice, I kind of goofed up when I was talking about Mount Baker Mining and Metals also. But those bloopers were kind of fun, and I wanted to leave that in there. So here at the end, I just want to throw out there a big thank you to Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals. I really enjoyed working with him at his mine, and I don't know how many of my subscribers or people watching this have checked out his channel. But Jason's an amazing guy, and I really enjoyed working with him up there. His YouTube channel, as I've mentioned in the video, is mbmmllc, and he also has an eBay page where he is selling his ore, and later on I do believe he'll have some coins available, but that is going to be further down the road. Also, I mentioned Harry from Mine Operator. In the video, I mispronounced it and said Mine Operators. That's not correct. It's Mine Operator. You can check out Harry and his videos at Mine Operator. And then again, a big thank you to him. He did an amazing job running the crew. He was a great guy to work with. Learned a lot from him, and just it was a real privilege to get to work with both of them, and have gotten chosen to be one of the people that have watched their shows get to show up and work with them. I do plan to work with them again next year. Again, they're both just absolutely incredible guys. Had a real great time working with them, and glad I was able to do a good job for them. I do want to say a big thank you to Brent from GhostTownLiving. Getting to meet him was just a real honor. He's an incredible guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. There's a lot of history in what he's talking about and what he's restoring. Just an incredible guy. Also, later in the season and videos, you will get to see Dan Hurd from Dan Hurd Prospecting. Another real incredible guy. Getting to have him down here was just a real treat. He's a very knowledgeable person, especially when it comes to minerals. gemstones and stuff like that. If you haven't checked out his channel, definitely go check it out. There again, just another incredible guy. And I want to give a good shout out to both Elliot and Patrick, two of the other guys that I got to work with. They're great guys, fun to be around. Really enjoyed working with them. Please continue watching the videos. I'm going to have plenty more coming out. This just covers just the start of the season and what we started doing. So hopefully you enjoy them. I give a little bit different perspective, being behind the scenes a little more, instead of being right up there videoing in their face. So hope you enjoy.